Hey, welcome everybody to my Sunday Simul stream here on Twitch and lichess. Let's see if this can start smoothly on one take. Usually I have some kind of technical problem. It's making me start over, but extensive computer computer repairs have seemingly stopped the drop frames and having to restart it problem. So we're good to go. We're going to be starting in just a couple minutes, playing this 40-40 simultaneous exhibition with 25 players. I had a kind of lazy day today, no team game, so I'm fully stocked and ready to play with full energy. A little sleepy maybe, but I'll wake up. It's been a lazy day today, kind of bad weather here. We are just waiting a couple minutes to start on time at the official starting time at 6:30 CEST, summertime, Central European summertime. It doesn't feel like summer. Welcome Arsenal fan Richie Saronche. We have a moderator in the house, in addition to Mubat, to keep you guys in line. And I'm International Master Will Paschall, streaming from Budapest, Hungary. We're going to be playing a 40-40 simul for 25 players. This means that the games can last as long as 3 hours. So 9:30, I'm packing up the bags and finishing the simul. Ayeste, welcome. Thanks for subscribing. Arsenal fan Richie, thanks for subscribing. You guys are assured entry into my simul. Usually it's not an issue, though. Usually all the subscribers, we've got plenty of places for you guys to play, and the simul will fill up. Last week I think I did a 20-player simul, 30-30, which I don't enjoy as much. All right, let's start the entries here. I want to wait one more minute, not to pull the trigger on it too fast for those of us that are perfectly here at 6:30. What's up? The European Club Cup started today. It's usually a decent tournament, but it can be kind of, like random teams that are playing. I think last year there were no Hungarian teams. This year it looks like the Hungarians, well, I mean, it's a club cup, so any club can play, but there is one Hungarian team featuring some of my friends and teammates. I mean, I'm not sure if it's a Hungarian or a Slovakian club, actually. I did see a bunch of guys who I know playing there in Turkey. All right, we're going to get started here at 6:30. Let's start the simul. It's standard chess, only 40-40, 40 minutes with 40-second increments, 30 extra minutes for me. Random colors to make it kind of interesting. Traditional simuls were always played by the simul giver with white on all boards. So I'm a generous guy. It makes it more interesting, and I won't get confused if too many games are similar to each other. I expect a Dutch from Saroncha. All right, we're going to create the simul here. Let me make sure we've got a good stream going. Looks good. Jeroen, Aldisto, Lord Jesus Christ. I am determined. I was like, oh my God, it's another international master. All right, I can just take the entries. If you're a subscriber, make sure you get in there because I don't leave you guys out. Take the entries and then kick out the provisional players. Lord Jesus Christ is not provisional. I do have a rating kind of maximum of 23.99. I think I'm not going to let anybody in who's over 23.99. Snowball has 6.5, 6.5. Pretty tough player there. 2201. Okada, Soltigo, Super Grandmaster 3000. See, that's a new account with a provisional rating, but just enough games. All right. We're going to let you guys in. I'm a kitty. I know that account, this account. Internet Chess, Nefedov. Nefedov, we always worry about you making it on time. Tomek Adamala, who played before, I think. Didn't I play you before? I guess not. Xerox has been here most often lately. Where is the dude? Says Protagon. Who is the dude? Am I the dude? Who's the dude? David DS is pretty provisional. But again, if you have around 50 games, all right, it's cool. So if you have around 50 games, I know that you put a little time and effort into your account, and that's why you're probably not trolling me. with a computer or something. Outflanked 1940. It's cool. You've got probably enough games not to be a troller. So Protagon, thanks for subscribing. We've got a bunch of subscribers here. Protagon usually not playing, but just watching. A chess watcher. We had those in the chess cafe where I used to play for years. It's kind of fun just watching sometimes. Alright, 18 players. I'm going to wait like maybe 2 more minutes to pick up a few more entries. I don't do that many simuls, so usually the people who play in this are people who know me, you know, who know my stream and are watching the stream on a regular basis. I am up on lichess, right? Ogo's 5,500. Are you? Yeah, you're not provisional. Okay, that's 19. We've got room for 6 more. There was a CM simul just before this. Imagine that's why it's just as long as like nobody's stealing my thunder. Macros 42 played before. He's a subscriber. Beowulf. The Epic of Beowulf. Beowulf. Alright. That's 21. We've got room for 4 more. Arsenal fan Richie just bought Capablanca's 100 Greatest Games. You know, that's a book I don't have. I have a lot of classic books. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Is that a classic book? I guess. Who actually compiled that? Okay, 21. Let's see. You got 1 more minute. You guys have 1 more minute to generate 4 more people. A little slow today. But as I said, you know, I don't do simuls that often, once a week on Sundays. Okay, Nina F. I want to warn you guys that this simul is not a fast simul. A lot of people give like blitz simuls on lichess. This is a classical simul. It's a long time control. It's meant to give you guys time and me to play quality chess. So if anyone has any reservations as to why this simul should be played for 3 hours, basically speak now or forever hold your peace. If you, there's 25, I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to check if anybody else is going to drop out. Whoops. Now I've got 26. Somebody drop out, so I don't have to have 26. I'm not taking any more. I think we couldn't decide who was in first there, so I can't accept anyone else. I have no option. Look at that. Like Connick is like trying to reg, but I can't like click an X. Like I have to accept him. I can't send him away. I have 26 and I have too many, but I don't want to kick anyone out. Unless they're like provisional. Let me give it one last like look down the list here. Troll and a Roll jumped in the simul. He's a well-known character, so I'll let him in. We'll call him number 26 and start with 26 players. I'm not going to kick anybody out. I just will give you guys one last chance to drop out. They're at 25. That was your last chance to drop out, guys. I'm about to start. So, alright. Somebody dropped out. We're going to start with 25. I'm sorry for you guys that didn't get in, but lucky it's not 26. Anyway, let's see. Xerox. I'm going to try to hammer out the openings pretty fast. Not to get into my traditional time pressure. Nafyadov. I played G6 against you before. Outflanked is a new opponent. Lord Jesus Christ is not a new opponent. Lost in the Caro-Kann against him very recently. Let's hit him with the Alekhine's defense. Or Alyokhin. Alyokhin, if you want to say it correctly or relatively correctly. Nina F. This is a new opponent. Troll and a Roll. Never usually plays in my simuls. He's usually playing in my blitz stream. Okay, somebody's played F4. Is that correct? Is that what I'm hearing here? Alright, I'm taking too much time. I'm not going to play openings I don't know in this time control. Everything I'm playing is pretty serious. Yeah, Aldisto played F4, okay? That's cool. We can play D5, we can play G3. Aldisto plays the closed Sicilian. You know, maybe he was intending on me playing C5 and then transposing to like the Grand Prix attack. Another F4, alright. Yeah, it's tempting to play D6. What's wrong with D6 anyway? I played with white knight f3 and d3 against the Dutch defense. Did I see two birds? Two birds. Two birds with one stone. Oh my god, that's a bad pun. But that's what we're going to try to do. They're actually different stones. Firing different sterns. Strange slip of the tongue there. Alright guys, welcome to my Simul. I'm going to play as fast as I can. It's a little bit tough playing 25 boards. And I appreciate if you don't try to beat me on, just try to beat me on time. If you beat me on time, you beat me on time. But, you know, don't do like the collective flagging me. Alright. Jeroen, that's 3 birds? You guys think you're funny with the bird stuff? Alright, we'll hit this with the c5. We'll try to transpose it to like a Grand Prix. We got 3 different birds. A couple King's Indian attacks. Snowball playing very serious, usually. I'm a kitty. An English opening for something different. Ayesta. Modern defense reversed at the moment. We've got a couple English. Don't fire any more birds this way. I mean, that's really seriously overkill. Beowulf with d5. I rarely see d4, d5 for some reason. Lately. David. Petrov defense. Not really a great winning weapon. Not really a great winning weapon against the low-rated players, but same with the Caro-Kann. I've got the Karpov repertoire fired up there. The Petrov and the Caro-Kann with the black pieces. Not really ideal winning weapons. Hopefully you guys really try to push the envelope. And against Okada, or Okada, I don't know how it's pronounced. Alright, Super Grandmaster 3000. As far as I noticed, that wasn't provisional when I checked it out. Okay, this one I have different moves I can play, so g3 or d4. I'm a kitty. We'll play knight f3 and see what I'm a kitty does. Lord Jesus Christ, with knight c3 against the Aliokin. Interesting move order. If black, you know, wants to play like classically, we transpose to the Vienna, most likely. So welcome anyway to my Simul. I'm International Master Will Paschall. We're playing for Budapest, Hungary. Alright, so bishop c4. This is a weird, kind of weird gambit line. I don't know what it's even called. Usually I just take it. And then knight c3 is a critical line. Against internet chess. Sicilian defense against Xerox. We've got a little bit of everything. Queen's Gambit. I don't have that much time to commentate and talk and chat and answer questions in the stream that I would like, kind of normally, if it were a blitz stream or something like that. So just so that you're aware. Now e3 makes it not a closed Sicilian. And I have to think about the move order here a little bit. Like a reverse Stonewall is what we're going to see, apparently. It almost forces me to play basically a setup based on d5. Because white's threatening like d4, d5. So there we go. Super Grandmaster. There should be another title. Maybe someday there will be. More than likely. Alright, I'm a kitty now with symmetrical English. I can play g3 or e3 there. Got that Queen's Gambit. Another symmetrical English. Slightly different move order. What does sharp mean in chess? Sharp means like dynamic. Double-edged. I would use those synonyms as attempted synonyms for sharpness in chess. Soltigo with the e6. Nina playing a Slav type setup. I'm waiting for this bishop. Tell me what we're gonna do with that. And then I almost played king f1. I've got to be more careful. Last time I had a king f1, king f8 type of mouse slip. We got to go king's Indian there, Negro Modelo. I usually play, well, I could play the Nimzo too, but Nimzo's more theoretical than knight f3, I think. Ogo's 5500 with a weird move order. We can play either e3 or g3 against that. I've got a bunch of like symmetrical English type of positions that are extremely similar here. Ayesta playing that same position as the other player. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of very, very lifelike similar positions. Alright, we'll play a g3. We've got an e3, another board there. Regular Queen's Gambit, which I said, it's odd I don't get it very often. Now knight f3 from Arsenal fan. Yeah, that's interesting. Now if I did something like c5, you could play like e3, and that would be weird. So I guess we'll just play knight f6, see what's up. Master Schmeister. Sharp means only one or two moves are correct. That's a weird way to define it, but I guess it's not ridiculous. Sharp means you have little room for mistakes, is what Saltigo is trying to say, I guess. Very little room for error. Awful lot of these ready type of things going on. Okay, macros. There's two lines I can play here. Let's play the more experimental one. Normally I play knight f6 there. Oh, so now he goes knight f3. I avoid the 4 knights usually when I'm white. Got a Catalan, a Queen's Gambit declined, a little bit of everything. Classical Pierce. Internet chess, I don't know if we've played that before. I had an f6 slip, okay. Now bishop g4 from Nina f, so now we can kind of like go c4. We know what's up there. An advanced Caro-Kann, which is cool. Haven't had one of those in a while. Kind of challenging and fun. I'm a kitty like must have pre-moved or something because the move just came in super fast. I'm a kitty seems to be like an opening, kind of an opening expert. Same position with Ayesta and Nina f. There's an old Simul trick where you like try to copy like one of the other players' moves, like reversed or something. How does that work? All right. I've never seen this move before. D3. It's pretty odd. I can take on c4, take on e4, trade queens. But I don't really know how or what to make of that position. Maybe it's best to just play like knight f6. I mean, is that good for me or not? It's kind of hard to wrap your head around it. Looks a bit strange, honestly. Maybe I'll just avoid confrontation here. And Nefedov will transpose to the Sicilian. Got rid of one of those nasty birds by transposing to the Sicilian. Xerox. Alright, let's try a second run at that Velimirovich. Now you ruin with bishop b5. I think I have to go bishop d7 there. It's kind of an insipid setup, but probably the best I can do. Right, queen c2, a6, a4. I played a game recently on the stream with that. Another Queen's Gambit, or possible Slav. Now bishop e2 from Okada here, which could potentially allow an e5 type of gambit. Is it even good for me though? Yeah, maybe it is. Let's see, e5 takes, queen takes, king takes. I'm really not sure about it, but it's interesting. Let's give it a shot. I'm not going to be able to play perfectly. I mean, the games to me are basically like a blitz game. Snowball and that other game are the same. Queen c7 is kind of a strange move, although not terrible by Ogus. I mean, it's a move. I guess we'll transfer to some kind of Benoni after that. Ayesta just took my pawn. I can take with the pawn here too. Took my knight. That's not a pawn, it's a knight. We could take with the pawn. So Xerox with the early bishop b3. It's not always played by that move order. Alperin Nugur. This is a very early exchange on c3 there. Seems a bit weird to me. So Arsenal fan, are you basically threatening to play e4 here? Different approach from Nina. She does not exchange on f3, which is more normal. I have played queen b3 here. I'm kind of not thrilled with that line, so I think I just prematurely exchanged on d5. Actually, I'm not sure. Troll in a roll, you're playing the Marshall defense, which doesn't have a very good reputation. Okay, now bishop e2. This is a very solid move from Macros 42. Although I guess I can play bishop g4 now. Kind of like a very rare variation. Speaking of rare variations, that's a weird one. Now what do I do? Bishop e7 is kind of passive, but all right, let's see. Passive but solid against David DS. All right, speaking of passive but solid, the same approach there, just as I was saying the word. Actually, e3, d5 could be some weird line. We'll see. Against life is good. c6 from internet chess. It's like a really old school classical style approach. Outflank played bishop d3. Ironically, I was just talking to one of my students about this move. It's pretty rare. It doesn't concern me as much when the knight's on f3. The queen can't like wander over there. The real question for black is, you know, should I play c5 right away or not? Now, knight bd7 from Negra Modelo is a special move. Possibly going into like what's it called, Cambridge Springs type of territory. Bishop d7. We're gonna have to move away. We could play queen a3 actually. I don't have to retreat just yet. I guess there's something to be said for like pawn takes pawn. I'm not really sure though. Maybe I should just move my queen to a3. Is that the best square though? Maybe it's best to go to c2 and attack the center. That's a really tough call. Bishop a3 loses a pawn. I really got to move my queen here or take on d5. All right, let's just make a move. Knight a5 is a move here too. White hasn't committed to the Velimirovich though. Actually, I think I have to play queen c7. I played knight a5 before. That's a move as well. Queen takes c4, b5. Wait a second. I'm supposed to play bishop g5. How does this go again? Well, I've played bishop g5 before in that position, I'm sure about it. Kind of an unusual line by Beowulf. So having this discussion with one of my students, I mean, normally, like, the recommended plan is the Capablanca queen trade with queen a6. But my student, you'll see in that Caro-Kann, likes to play c5 there. I mean, that might be a good approach as well. All right, against Oguz, it's like a King's Indian. b3 from Aldisto, just letting me take on f3. Then again, I don't have to. It's kind of like a quandary. Should I or should I not take on f3 actually? From Nefedov, bishop c4. We may transpose to a normal line there. Now what against Jeroen? Pretty boring line for me, really, but I had to choose something different against the Dutch every game. All right. So Nina F took back with the knight on d5. It's not the end of the world, but it's not a good recapture. Actually, I don't know if they can take back with the c pawn there. There may be some problems with that recapture. Bishop b2 now. So bishop takes f3. I don't know about putting my knight on c6 here. Is that optimal for me? Play for e5. Maybe f6. Queen d7 is a very aggressive type of approach here. Okay, I like my position here, but it's not like it wins itself. Man, I guess we just make any number of normal move there. Any number of normal move was called. So Parmenides with c3. I can play e5. I have played e5 before. That transposes to a game I had this spring, actually. It's basically like a Peertz or a closed Sicilian, that one. Is that Arsenal fan? So against Beowulf, he hasn't played c6 yet. So therefore rook c1. Might not be a bad move. Knight d5, now what? Well, I mean, I think queen a3 is a good move here. I think I could put my queen on a kind of weird square. Okay, this pawn sacrifice is probably sound by me in Scandinavia. I'm down to 59 minutes. Black did not play d5. Now queen takes c2, b5, queen c2, or queen c1. It's no problem, probably. The pawn's not going anywhere. Macros 42 with the dynamic move, castles. I guess we just develop our pieces here. If knight f6, oh, knight h6 is maybe interesting. Knight h6. Pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. Is knight h6 really good or not? I don't know. Time to play something interesting. So Lord Jesus Christ is kind of passive. I'm saying kind of too much. I'm going to stop saying that altogether. As well as Not to be confused with Yeah, I thought you might try that. Threatening my c3 pawn. Not nice. Okay, we're in mainline snowball. Instead of the Catalan, I'm going to play b3 against Soltigo. Well, actually, it's a closed Catalan. Let's just play queen c2. a3 from Nefedov. Just kind of like a fluid, non-committal setup. Negro Modelo. With the mainline orthodox Queen's Gambit, sans h6 is more respected for black. Yeah, this Beowulf move, some kind of weird line I have seen recently. So the b5 anyway approach. Am I supposed to put my queen on d3 here? That's what I'm wondering. Then bishop e4 just seems to gain time for black. Queen c2, same thing, you know, so I'm thinking like, well, what if I just go queen c1? Is that the best? The lesser of the evils. This is taking me a little bit too much time. I'm spending a little bit too much time in perfecting my openings here. So we have e5 now. Internet chess, did I have this game against you? No, somebody else. I could do like e5, then take, knight g4, e6. Well, I've been here in this position before. Black's threatening e5. Bishop f4 might even be a move. Then b5. I'm not really sure I remember the theory here against internet chess. I am determined. King's Indian. Classical King's Indian. Might as well just trade there. Bishop e2. Well, now he took with the knight. It's a tough question, like which way to recapture actually for black. Okay. Shall I just develop my pieces? Would be a good idea. Greppo14, thank you for subscribing. That's awesome. Greppo, let us know if you're actually playing in this Simul or just watching. So Internet Chess, I can't remember if I've played this. I mean, I'm sure I've played this before, but Beowulf may be playing a line that I saw Michael Adams play recently. There's some strange variations of the Queen's Gambit, which aren't all that bad. My game against Lord Jesus Christ, it resembles a normal two knights, except for the fact that like he's played d3 instead of, well, I guess actually d3 it could transpose basically. That's what I'm stuttering and trying to say. Soltigo with like a classical closed Catalan. Now Parmenides transposing to a game I played in this game in June I talked about. Now I've got Bishop e6 and castle's queenside. I really want to play f5 at some point. There's also knight to d4, but knight d4 doesn't do much for my development. Queen b6 from I'm a Kitty. I'm a Kitty seems to be like a theoretical expert. Like they know all kinds of openings. All right, e3 played against me by Budapest teammate. One of my Budapest, our second board, third board, a couple years ago in a rapid game. I had that. I'm a Kitty. I lost in a crushing position. I used too much time. In that opening, I got a great game, and then I just failed to convert. This is main line against Snowball. So Aldisto. It's kind of a weird opening, isn't it? A6, stopping the old bishop b5. Do I have time for all that? We will see. Ayesta did not take the poison pawn on c4. I'm going to try to play fluidly. The exchange variation against the kings. Yeah, usually I avoid this by playing weird move orders. Okay, a6. Now I've got to remember a very old game of mine. Okay, so rook d1 now, securing my d4 pawn. Yes, okay, so it will be a very sharp game there. Now white traded on d7. I mean, it's not that bad a move, but it's kind of a concession, I think. Yeah, I feel like I had this game already, Beowulf. Could have been against you. No, I won. Could have been against you. I don't remember. What is the deal with this? I have almost nothing. There's takes on c5. Not a big fan of that. Right? Lord Jesus Christ. What is this? Were we here before Internet Chess? Did I play this already? I played it against someone else, like an almost identical position. I remember now. Soltigo, closed Catalan in its rawest form. b3, rook d1. There's a lot of different moves there. Here I don't know about where to put my king. Maybe I'll have to castle. I kind of hate to castle here. Bishop a3 is a good move as well. But in the end it might be kind of an artificial square for my... Maybe I should put my king on e2. I'm afraid the center can open up there. That last one. Yeah, this position was sitting next to the bathroom sink in my bathroom. Plugievsky has an old book on the Sicilian. I was just reading this chapter today, Xerox, but just paging through it. It's an old analysis. I mean, I've played this position a million times with black, but I had a game with you like last time where I messed it up, I think. So we have to play b5. There are other lines where the bishop doesn't go to b3 so early, and there's like bishop d3, which is totally different. Let's see what happens. Alright, yes, this is normal. Yeah, this position now, if I take on d5, you're taking on e5 against someone else, though. It wasn't internet chess. I thought it was a different player I had this position against. Queen takes d5, though, wasn't quite the same. Wasn't this ending? Queen takes d5. Knight takes e5, queen takes d8, rook takes d8, knight takes, bishop takes, nothing for me. Some kind of microscopic advantage. That's not what I'm after here. I don't want a microscopic advantage. Do I have time for bishop f4, c3? I don't know. This is almost identical to the other game I had. Now d3. Well, d3, at least he's not playing the pawn sack d4, so at least I know where I'm at here. Lord Jesus Christ now is c4. That looks kind of weird. We'll do the Rubinstein knight maneuver. Beowulf with g6. Speaking of weird, slightly weird move. You know that that's not my favorite square. Knight not really well placed there. Okay, h3, uh-oh. I'm going to have to trade off my bishop. Not really that happy about this. Knight e4. Actually, Soltigo, I played that years ago. Black against an old FIDE master, Boris Belopolsky. Maybe I played it a move earlier, though. One of my only Stonewall Dutch type things with black ever. Boris Belopolsky. My friend Charles Sertan used to joke about him, call him Belopolstry. But it's not a nice joke. Alright. e4. Queen c2. Bishop f4. Bishop f4. The beautiful furniture was what Charlie said. Stupid joke. Alright. Knight e8 was not played against me by my teammate. This is a weird retreat. Pretty extreme. Extreme retreats. It sounds like an alpine ski package or something. Like, I guess I'll go back to e2. I could have played knight d5, but it just sort of lunges at thin air. I don't think it does anything. Yeah, eventually my center will be advanced. I just don't know when yet. I'm kind of holding back too much here. Just trying not to show my hand. Play a3. I don't know. Alright. Pawn takes pawn. Yeah, okay, Aldisto, you have a white squared bishop. I don't. That's relevant. Seems relevant. Now what? e6. Castle's queenside. d4. Seems kind of early for me to castle queenside. Okay, guys, what's up here now? Bishop d3. I kind of regret putting my bishop on e2. It's rather passive in this position. I have bishop there, bishop d3. Doesn't seem to do a heck of a lot, though. What's my plan, really? A one-move threat? I don't have much here to go on. Take b4. Maybe I should. And then like knight e4 to d6. Maybe it's worth a try. It's a bit strange, but we'll do it. My center. That's why I didn't play king e2 there. Snowball is just following like, this is totally book. I guess. I hope. I think. Knight a3 now. More common to play knight d2. Probably not a big difference. a game with Zbigniew Hracek in the New York Open where he like tortured me for 105 moves or something. I gave up my white square bishop in that King's Indian attack. Now David, or David, this is exciting. I'm having fun here. Alright, Arsenal fan. We're going to have to like play something. It's going to be a Sicilian, I guess. Knight c7. That queen looks really funny there. If I can do this. That was the plan. I might have to play d4 because he's going to overrun me. Well, I don't know. d3, e5. Like, we can do it. This is an interesting position now. Castle's queen side. Sharp gambit play. And Nefedov. Okay, now what to do about this bishop there on... The bishop on g5. No, well, I'll play g5, I guess, if I have to. Whatever. Knight f8. Knight f8. Interesting. I could play queen b3, forcing weaknesses. There is a very similar game. Not only Rubinstein, but someone else played that. d5 now. Wow. How does that work? Alright, we will find out. He's got some counterplay. Now, I thought I had b4 here with something. Nina playing a5. It's a reasonable move. Okay. f6. How do we make progress from this spot forward? We have a lot of space in this position. So there are a lot of different paths I could take. Maybe bishop f4 is not bad. Rook b1, a4. a4 kind of weakens a lot of squares. I was reluctant to play bishop a3. It simply attacks the heir. But we need to move along here. Kind of like h4, just grabbing space there. Now finally a commitment from Macros. This is our same game from before, Xerox? Where was it b4? What is up with b4? Was that my game from last time? No, this is different. I think the computer recommended b4 here. Maybe it was my game from last time? I'm forgetting. That's not good. Knight d5. It's a very, 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 very boring variation. Jay Bonin played against me once. Okay, bishop e3. This is not usual. Not usual. h6. Stopping, like, knight g5 later on. Okay, guys. I'm sorry I can't answer all your chat. Clash Kid, what's up? Sorry couldn't play. Sorry for saying sorry too much. What else can we say? Here we are playing the Reti Ricard, and Jeroen with the, well, not totally unexpected kind of stonewall type of formation. His white squares are suspect. Not the first time he has his own ideas in this kind of position. He's pretty experienced in this Dutch, so... I mean, I think he's really threatening to take my pawn. You know, that's the thing. b6 kind of weakens my position. Kind of, I said again. Gotta stop it. So this is weird. My life is good. Mr. Life is good, sorry. He's got two ideas, really. c2 and d5. That's, that idea I was looking at earlier. Pretty irritating here. I guess I can just let him have the pawn back. It's not the end of the world. Knight f4 is pretty artificial. He's threatening bishop f5, basically. I mean, how am I gonna not, you know, how am I not gonna castle around here somewhere? But if I castle bishop f5, he's got threats of knight coming to c2 anyway. I might as well just kick him out. Okay, weird move by Soltigo now. I mean, you have less space Normally, you're exchanging pieces. He's going out of his way to not exchange pieces with less space. That seems a bit strange. But nevertheless, it's kind of hard to see like my next move that really like develops normally. I'd like to play knight bd2, but I'm a little disturbed by queen a5 for some reason. Maybe on queen a5 I have queen c1. Slightly awkward move, but it's okay. His knight takes c4, bishop takes e7. Azisio, we would say in Hungarian. That's good too. We'll get a little Hungarian language instruction in there. Knight a4. Was this where I grabbed this pawn last time? Did I do that? Like against Boris Kryman? Xerox, I wanted to tell a story. Like last time Xerox played this line against me, I repeated a line I played in the US Championship in 2002, 2003, and I lost to Boris Kryman. I hadn't analyzed the game afterward, and I remembered, like, you brought back this memory. I had an incredible hangover that game. Like, I was out all night drinking, literally, the night before I played Boris Kryman, and I think Jesse Cry was with me, he could testify, but I was in no shape to play that game against Boris Kryman. I didn't prepare. I was like, we got to have some good excuses, though. Anyways, knight takes b3, I think is the right move anyway. I'm not sure. Troll on a roll. Playing the Marshall. Some kind of Marshall defense. Now you went back with bishop e3. Lord Jesus Christ. Hey, as long as the pin is gone, I'm okay. I'm okay with this. White is maybe threatening some f4 stuff at some point. I can't really stop that, per se. I could consider playing for f5 myself. Strategically. I'm a little concerned about g3 and f4 by white and being able to answer that in an active way. I could play g5. It's pretty weakening and extreme. And reminding me how I lost to Ayeste 2 simuls ago. King h8, g5, king h8, and rook g8 if you want to be like totally mental here. But it's also very weakening. Arguable if that's correct, a correct game of chess. Hey, but it's possible. Although g5, queen d2, knight f4 is probably okay. It's pretty extreme to go g5. I mean, it's just very weakening. What other options do I have? Something passive? Yeah, knight e8, we'll go passive. c6. And the b6 square here was Rubinstein's concept. Bishop takes f6, I wonder. I don't have too much time left. Knight a4. Alright, this is standard. Yes, now the white squares. Now the c file. I don't want your pawn necessarily. I can't remember if this was what the computer recommended or not. I Xerox, but I'm just gonna do my best to hope to replicate whatever the replicants. In honor of the new Blade Runner, we're gonna call them replicants. Okay, rook b1. Trying to trade off my bishop, man. That's not gonna happen. That's not happening today. Okay, we go for the squares in the position there. Ayeste is really solid. You guys are welcome to take as much time as you want, please. Please take as much time as you want. e4 is kind of weakening here. I don't think I like it. Let's just go back. So Arsenal fan, we're just in the opening. Still there. Nina also traded off the bishop. Okay, it's not a big deal for you. Really, objectively, it's okay. Mr. Life is Good is solid there. This is all book, probably, against Snowball. He's got some piece sacrifice on c4. I might have even had this once already. Something very similar to this. David is playing pretty solid for the 1100 rating. Not a whole lot to do here for me. We'll hope that he, misplays his position maybe later on what I can do. Right, so why does this seem a little weird to me? B5, bishop b3, a5. Yeah, I guess that's... Why does something seem off about this position? Something seems strange. I don't remember bishop g5 being so... Well, maybe my rook was already on e8 in that game I'm thinking of. Alright, bishop g7, castles. So... I'm a kiddie with the slightly suspect knight on c7. Not so big a deal. We got to get our knight, and our knight is dubious though, isn't it? We're gonna have to play f5, I think. If I play knight f5, it's like, where am I going? Maybe I can go knight f5, huh? Knight f5, g3, followed by e4, knight f3. Yeah, it always has a place to go. I hope. f4, knight d7. g4, knight h4. I hope it has a way back from there, from the eternal forever. I can also play f5, which weakens my position. Not really sure which of these is a better option. Maybe we'll just voluntarily bring this one back. And he plays e4. It's a tough call here. Alright. Nafyadov with what? Bishop b5. That is your good bishop, Nafyadov, so I think it's kind of suspicious in a way. Do you have time to grab my pawn at c5? Very well. Not the move I expected, really, from Lord Jesus Christ. But it's a safe move, I guess. Stopping f5. You can play g6, knight g7. Wow, Okada now with b3. It's almost like anti-f6. Not only defending, but I think I need to play crazy now. g5. Time for craziness. g5. Let's do it. Speaking of g5, it's the perfect place for a bishop in that game. f5 now. It's a real full-fledged Dutch, Magnus Carlsen style. Okay, we're in on d6. Yeah. What else would I do? I mean, this is the whole point, to play knight d6. a5, bishop g5, rook e8. Pretty sure that's like book. I had a game like that against Jay many years ago. Mr. Life is good. Whoa. Did not mean to do that. I don't like my pawn structure here. Really need to develop my pieces. Maybe bishop g5 is not such a stupid idea. Then h6 though. What am I doing? Taking on f6? Okay, whatever. I mean, I've got to really be careful about the clock. I'm getting down on time. I don't like David's exchange on f6. They're unnecessary, it seems to me. My knight has to come out, but where? f6 is okay, or e7 to c8. Where am I going to go? Okay, so Nina played bishop e5. This is a strange move. One has to ask yourself the question, why bishop e5? But I'm just kind of playing quickly there. My bishop doesn't really have a good home. Queen d2 now. King h7 or g5. Pawn sacrifices don't seem to necessarily work here. I could do it, like f4, take, g5 as a pawn sacrifice, but where's my counterplay? It's not realistic. I think I have to do this. Now, bishop f4. I'm not really playing with a good plan there, or any plan per se. Alright, we'll just make practical moves. I am pinned. Rook takes. This is all book. There was a Mikhail Tal game, if I'm not mistaken, something like this. Many years before I started playing tournament chess. Troll on a roll. Wow, what a maneuver. The knight c7. Something's gonna break there eventually. Knight f3 played quickly from Okada. I take here. What's up there? Richie playing... actually, Larson liked to play this like with the bishop on e3, though. Maybe. King h1 instead of bishop d2. Bishop d2 is a bit weird. A bit weird. Alright. So e6 from Ogu, so it looks like he has a plan. Attacking my center. That looks correct. Yarun with a very solid position. Yarun. It's been a while since I tried to pronounce it correctly. I guess we're castling queenside, huh? Queen g4 now. David dropping a pawn. Trying too hard to exchange pieces in that one. e4 for Macros. I am not really happy to see that. This could get very ugly if I'm not careful. That is a strong move. My whole position could be in serious danger now. I don't like this. I guess we'll just castle and make the best out of it. A3 from Rich. Yeah, I mean, I would have played like King h1 instead of Bishop d2, but it's okay. It's not a terrible move by any means. Bishop d2 and a3, kind of a slightly passive setup for white, but I'm not doing anything special here. So he's starting what, b4? Maybe he's starting b4. We'll just play solidly. Maybe prepare f5. Take toward the center. So Nina, speaking of solidly, has played solidly, but has given up the bishop pair and a little bit of space in the center. Just kind of creep forward. Now Okada is in some danger, I think. My pieces are just really active here. I think I'm just going to surround that pawn on e5. Knight b5. Not a move I considered, because knight c3 didn't really feel like a big threat, but there's this knight a3 move which is really freaky. Okay, it's possible to take on b5, but that's just getting kind of weird. We win this pawn, that's good. Arsenal fan, what's up? A lot of good players here today. Okay, rook c1. Just knight e4. Irun not afraid to trade pieces, just for your information. He's not one that's does not mind trading the old pieces here and there. Knight g4. I don't know what to do here. He's like an expert in this strange sort of position. No, b5 feels like it's unnecessary for me. Actually, what should I do here in this position? How to make forward progress? This is a strange move. It's just artificial. Thought maybe I could get him to weaken himself a little bit. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna make a move, a random move. When in doubt, just make random moves. Probably knight takes f5 was actually a mistake in that last King's Indian attack. Let's not start freaking out. Just make solid moves. Right. Right. Yeah, speaking of solid. Okay, f5 is at least like an active move. Castle here. Wow, in exchange on e5, excuse me, h6. I had a Freudian slip there. Oh, I was like, I thought you just took a pawn. I was like, what? Okay, we're good here. I like just simplifying. I'm up material there. Well, no longer do I have an isolated pawn. Soltigo. Theoretically, it's good for me to get my bishop on a3, but he's not letting me exchange that piece off the way he's supposed to. Okay, now black. Should I just play c4? I mean, really feels like I have to really take over the center here before it's too late. BEA4. Go for the dark square bishop exchange. Against Mr. Life is good. I was actually concerned I was worse there until that last exchange. Now I don't know if I'm supposed to go to e3 or e2. e3 looks kind of okay. The e2 looks okay too. I really don't know which is better. We have a big center here. I mean, this should give us some advantage. Although if I play d4, I'm a little concerned about the b6, c4 squares falling under black's influence. All right, let's just go for c4 right away. I have bishop takes g6 followed by bishop f4, but it doesn't work. I mean, it doesn't win anything. Knight e5. What would Capablanca do? I don't see anything great. Take. Nothing special. We've got like a small advantage here, but how do I improve my position? Knight h4. It's a weird idea. At least we got in f5. Yeah, I think I should have taken with the bishop. I made a mistake. I feel like I made a mistake here. Against Parmenides. I should have developed a piece. You know, this is not really developing a piece. And I don't really want to take his bishop. That's the thing. Okay, against Macros, I was very concerned about f4. As long as that doesn't happen, I'm okay. Bishop b2. So we can just attack e5 again and at least pick up a pawn, but I'm not sure that's the best move necessarily. I mean, there's like other moves here too. Rich just played b4. Yeah, I don't really like you chipping away at my center, man. We'll have to play safe. Magnus Carlsen Jr. here, Soltigo. Weird game. Difficult for a human being to play like this for black, I think. What am I doing? I don't really know what to do. It's such an inhuman position. In no time. f4 wouldn't be that bad, maybe. Creates weaknesses in my position, though. What do I do to make progress here? What is the deal? I guess f3 is pretty standard. Okay, now this knight on e8 looks very suspicious. Well, it has all the time, basically. Okay, so I take on e5. Should be good. But I'm not even up material here. I feel like I'm up. I thought I was up material, but he's getting his pawn back, so take. But actually, how does he take it? It's not so simple, is it? That's the point. I am up material. I am up a pawn. You ruin with knight e5. I don't know what to do. Hide my bishop. Aronian style. It looks ridiculous to play that. a4. Okay. Kind of a weird game. Queen e8. Definitely not standard. Non-standard. Non-sequestered. Non-sequitur. What am I talking about? Alright, yeah, I thought you might see it your way. I'm going to play d4 now. And Aldisto looks like he's kind of drifting here. Getting that feeling. Yeah, this is all standard stuff, right? Rook e8. I take with a knight. Very strange settlement with the knights there on a6. Troll in a roll. Going to b4, or maybe just supporting c5. And we're looking for active play. a4, a5. Grabbing random space as the time ticks away here. So Rich has a knight back to e3. Not really sure what I should do. I could try to trade his knight on d5 as well. My plan was to play c4 in this one, but I'm having second thoughts. Very serious second thoughts now. Maybe I need to play a4 and go for the white squares there. In this game, objectively, Ayesta is like equal. Even though I have a bishop pair, that's not all that significant. Maybe I can play d4 at some point later. Changing the old pawn structure. I really shouldn't be worse here. Because the real question is, like, what happens if he plays e5? Yo, f4 was played. Yeah, this is just a draw. Knight e7 check. Doesn't really do too much, does it? It looks like Mr. Life is good. I really failed in this game. The opening was a fail. My queen is very questionable. Alright, man, I'm coming to the center. I gotta play d5. So I'm a kiddie's position is slightly uncomfortable looking. I have c5. C5 or e5. e5 or c5 or rook b1. My last move was c4. He just meets it with rook fc8. It's like, this just really ought to be overwhelming for me. All right, I'm gonna play c5. And now G5 is a problem. Could have been a problem last move, actually. But I have knight E8. It's one good reason not to play rook E8 in this position. Queen E7. Changing diagonals. A lot of maneuvering games that are hard to play in this time control. This is like totally lame for me. I should really just like offer a draw to save myself the time and effort. Now opposite colored sides attacking here looks really good against macros. He gets the bad bishop out. Maybe I shouldn't have allowed that. Whoa. So now it's like knight takes g6, bishop takes e4. What do I do? Oh. Take toward the center. This is forced. f3. I am determined. Not a bullet player. He's only 1600 in blitz. I've had 2 draws against him already. So I have to play like rook a6 now, I think. It's been a long time since I played one of these. Yes, bishop d5, e4. Bishop takes. We take his bishop. A bishop is a bishop. Even in a closed position, it's still a dangerous piece. I like our game here. Actually, that knight is almost trapped. This is looking good now. c5. Fixing all my pawns in the right color. The snowball is like a professional. He's beaten me what? Like beat me, draw, loss, win, win. Lots. I'm surprised he doesn't have a plus score. This is a little bit disturbing. Maybe king h1. I don't know. Which way to take back? I guess with the rook. Yeah, and do we have realistic kingside attacking chances here? Should give it a shot. Try to induce some more weaknesses. And against Rich, we have the bishop pair in a closed position, so it's not all that deadly for him. But our white squares are fairly safe. Got to watch the dark squares. Having said that, where to put my knight here? Knight f6, queen c7. What do we want to do? Tough question. This, maybe? Just kind of keeping the tension. Speaking of tension, I mean, this is ridiculous for a fast simul. Soltigo wants to play this kind of position. Knight takes c4, we've got to watch all the time. And now, I don't even want that bishop. I don't know why I put my knight on f5. It was like ridiculous. To put my knight on f5 was just idiotic in this game. I should have taken with the bishop. Okay, he did play e5 finally, but that actually gives me some hope. I mean, of some white square play later on down the line, I would think. Now, this ending is... a5, fixing the pawns. Beowulf. I have knight takes f7 followed by take on d5. What's going on there? He has good knights, actually. It's probably nothing for me. Okay, so the weaknesses continue here to mount for black. Meanwhile, his bishop is almost trapped. So if I go here, he takes the long diagonal. I don't want him to take the long diagonal away from me. Now it's tempting to take on e4. We could just play a very simple position here, like a minority attack ending. A3, stopping knight b4. Wow, I am determined. It's like playing like Georgi Orlov or Jay Bonin, the two IMs who I drew with in this line. Knight d4 is okay. Probably. I hope. I should be okay after that. Now knight d3 check, and just grab the bishop pair with advantage. Okay, still I have a spatial advantage here. So we shouldn't stand worse, at least. Speaking of spatial advantages, Troll in a Roll not really playing positionally correctly there with that weakness on b5 and kind of neglecting the center. I'd like to play knight d2, but there's not that much time. Now, for my next trick, with a reasonable plan here, I should be able to gain an advantage. Still, it's not easy to like checkmate him. I mean, he's going to be able to defend the very primitive threats in this position. So it's going to take some maneuvering by me. Possibly another, actually another front on the queen side I should open up against Macros. Yeah, this is a big mistake by David, I think. I mean, there's a small chance he has like a fortress here, actually. That would be kind of perverse. Maybe I should think about this a little bit before I exchange rooks. Is it possible for like a pawn down total fortress? I kind of doubt it, you know. Too many weaknesses on the king side. I think we can offer a draw here. Do we have something with rook c7, bishop e6, queen c3? Just gonna offer a draw to Mr. Life is Good. It's a pretty boring position. I didn't actually offer it. I'm a Kitty just played g5. I mean, that's pretty crazy. I can play like knight h5, but it doesn't work. So he called my bluff here effectively. I have e4. That's not good either. I'm gonna have to play this. Okay. Well, you weakened your king side a lot with that move. I mean, seriously. So Xerox spent forever on the obvious rook c1. And Jeroen playing c4. I'm a little laggy in development there against Jeroen. Okay, this game got a little more complicated than I really originally had hoped, but we're still okay here. Trying to keep him contained. Actually, Beowulf picking on my pawn on a2. This is just getting weirder and weirder every minute. Okay, rook d1, bishop e3. Knight a5 became a new threat. Hey, that's interesting. What is going on around here? Crap, knight a5 is not good for me. I might have to just take this pawn. It looks kind of grotesque, though. He's got all sorts of moves in that line. How do I get out of this mess? Rook d3? No, then my bishop's trapped a different way. That's crazy. What a bizarre player. Man, where do you get this stuff from? Alright, I'm running out of time. 34 minutes is not so much. There's a4 just dropping a pawn. This is the weirdest game ever for the day. What am I supposed to do here? He's threatening my pawn. I don't want to give up my bishop. If I take twice on b5, he takes on d4. And then plays like e5. That's so weird. And he's okay. If I play d5 right away, maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe that's a good move. I know I'm an idiot. Alright, wait. d5, knight a5. D takes e6. That would be really perverse for black to try to pull that off. But he just takes and then plays knight a5. Rook d3, knight a5. Rook d1, knight a5. You get the idea. He has knight a5 on everything. We'll try something. Snowball. Deuces never loses. He never loses. What happened? Knight takes d4. At least I have a passed pawn there for whatever that's worth. Right. Now I'm almost winning, but how to finish him off? It's just not quite there. He has seeming defense against everything. Bishop e5. I can win a pawn. Is that really enough? I don't know. We got to move a little bit faster. f5 from Rich. Okay, you got some play, but I do have the long diagonal, Rich. So watch out for that white square diagonal. Trying to get some second front against Macros. I'm a kid who's trying to trade queens, which I understand, you know. Really, I let this get messed up a little bit. I should really keep the queens on the board in this type of position. Maybe too slow what I'm trying to do there, though. I want to kick his knight out. And against Troll in a Roll, I mean, I really don't want to trade pieces facing, you know, knight on e5. I don't know if this was the computer recommendation I'm playing against Xerox, but I have the feeling it was something like this that the engine may have wanted me to play. It's just totally subconscious at this point. Anyways, I could maybe play h5 there. Beowulf, very solid play, sir. Very solid play. I don't really have much. My white square bishop isn't really that big a deal, I guess. Maybe knight d4. Is this even helping me in any way? Probably not. Alright. Let's go. Attack f7. Oh, he found knight a5. Okay, what a surprise. Well, I mean, I could sack the exchange. For sure. Yeah, I don't know. We play with good knight or just go with the minority attack here. The simpler option is to take the minority attack ending with good chances. I don't know if I have enough here. Quite honestly, grabbing this pawn is so greedy. But what else? b5, forcing me to regroup. That's okay. And then you took on h5, Lord Jesus Christ. That doesn't look like the safest move. My b7 pawn is a target, but that's only a temporary thing. What do we have here? Nina's hanging on. This was a weird game too. I played very cautiously in the opening. No, black offered me a drop. If I get my rook on the 7th, how good is that? Rook takes, realistically, I might be a tiny bit better. I don't mind finishing a game here. I'm getting kind of low on time. So now bishop e6. The bishop on d5 is just too strong there. Right. I mean, bishop f1 was mandatory for white in this game. The bishop could actually come out to h3 and do some damage against me if I'm not careful here. I wonder about that. We are in charge in this position, it seems like, but I almost feel like I need to reposition everything. It'd seem a pity to retreat, though. Alright, let's go. No defense, just attack. That's what Beowulf was saying here. He's coming after me. Aldisto. I wanted to trade off his dark-squared bishop. At least that's a start for attacking his king. I guess to play e4. Whoa. That seems kind of committal. I mean, the pawn on e4 itself could become rather weak. But I guess it's okay for him. Why not? Not so bad, actually. It's hard for me to increase the pressure on the e4 pawn. True. It is true. And I'm kind of tied down. So what to do? I don't know. I'm going to play a crazy move here, d4. First, improve my king position. And now the long diagonal for me should generate some play against Arsenal fan Rich. Enough, anyway, to keep him busy. Keep his mind off hurting me in any way, hopefully. But I need to get coordinated. Queen d7 looks okay. He's going knight g4. Well, how's he going to do that here? Okay, queen d2. We get our pawn, but how? On my terms, like rook f6. There's also this diagonal. He's coming out there on a5. Dude, seriously? Alright. g4. Not a surprise. You can play g6, g5, knight h5, but g6 weakens my king side. I think that's probably a mistake. Soltigo with this Magnus Carlsen Dutch. I'm half tempted to just put my bishop back on b2. I mean, this is starting to drive me insane. e4. Rook d1. What am I supposed to do here? It's enough to mana drive insane. Or dyslexic. 28 minutes. It's nice to be ahead on the clock. Of some of you guys. What am I supposed to do? This game is not designed for this time control, Soltigo. Like playing the Stonewall Dutch, dude. You need like I don't know, 6-hour time control for this. Unless you're like Magnus. Maybe I should play c5. Screw it. Rook takes d3. Bishop f5. Bishop f5 is a weird move. Bishop f5 forcing rook e3, then bishop g4 check. Then like kinds of weird stuff keeps happening. Feels like there should be a winning tactic for me, but I just don't see it. Yeah, we went with the super simple approach here against Negro Modelo just to kind of reduce risk and save time. Bishop b7 is decent. I don't really want to trade white square bishops. Or do I? Maybe I do. Hard to call. So Jeroen, I have a white square bishop again here. Knight g4. Did not expect that move. He's getting weird again. Alright. Strange position. a4 was played. Yep. And now for my next trick. Knight takes e4 is always like hanging in the balance here, but it doesn't do anything. I don't mind just like trading rooks. What's going on? Bishop g4 check. Rook takes f3. That's a weird idea. Like rook takes d3, excuse me. Rook takes d3, rook takes d3, rook e1 check. You could even play rook e3, like a ridiculous move. I mean, I'm basically clearly better here. But I'm not sure that I'm necessarily winning by force. Much, much better ending. Alright, we'll try to keep it complicated. Nah, we'll trade. I'm gonna probably draw that. Anyways, we're better here. Knight e5 I was a little scared of. Probably not a big deal. Complete my development, maybe. King to the maximum effectiveness there. How do I make progress in this one? Bishop g5. It's a weird idea. Oh man. Alright, how about a rook ending? I could like force a rook ending. Maybe I can force a win there. It's a really strange combination. Nafedov. We're just in good shape in this position. Pawn takes threatening b6 or c5. Whatever. Where are we? Pawn takes b4. You're going to try to set up like a blockade there? I don't want that to happen. Knight f4 looks strong. Church bells ringing here. Am I pulling the trigger on knight f4 too soon? Very possibly. We can also play bishop b7. But again, trading the white square bishops is sort of debatable. Okay, we're trolling a roll. We're saving our f4 for later. Once we're fully ready. And then this we've got a5. Artificially isolating the b pawn. Got a good endgame here. I guess. We're at least slightly better. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Here's a weird move. Bishop f4. Does that just win? I definitely didn't even see it originally. I saw it at the last moment. Right, now I just transfer my bishop around. This is actually a really easy win. I don't know why I was sweating this. You never know though. Sometimes there's like a blockade type position that's hard to make progress. Threatening d5, sir, is not very nice. Not so easy for me, huh? Well, it looks like a semi-Slav. It really does. I could play c5 and close it up. Maybe evacuate my king to the other side of the board. Actually, wouldn't be a bad idea there. Where are you going? Knight a4? Is that your plan? Knight a4 is being attempted to b6, and then hijacking like that diagonal. If I get an h4, once I get the knight to b6, Once he gets the knight to b6, gets a little bit of counterplay. I want to thank you guys who subscribe. It's really my pleasure to do these simuls. I don't know if I do b5, there goes my whole structure. Takes, but I get some activity. Is it worth it? I'm not really sure. Take, knight a4. Take. And queen a4. Alright, let's go for it. I only live once. Wow, he did exchange rooks. Do we have anything here? You know, my concern is not being worse in this position. A knight coming to f4 in my face is not a very happy occurrence in general. Not really sure what I'm doing. Okay, rook f e8, rook f d1. Solid stuff for both sides. I've got the old bishop pair that doesn't look very mighty here. As I said earlier, Jeroen is like an expert in these weird stone walls, so he has a very good sense for these positions. Do I need to play e6 before it's too late? I wonder in this. It's a very double-edged. There's the word we were talking about earlier, double-edged in practice coming up. All right, man. Maybe we just go lock it up. Knight c7. Do I want to do this? My knight over there? That's kind of like, why not? My pawn is running. He played queen, he or she Nina. It played b5, queen b5, bishop e1, queen a4, queen takes, rook takes, c5. That's a little bit of a problem. But my pawn is launching. And that's kind of annoying though. Let's just play this super safe move. Rich traded his strong f pawn. And now we evacuate the king over to the queen side. It's an option, you know. Alekhine did that in one game, but I might be able to play f3 if I play like rook e1 and f3 directly. I don't know. I feel like I'm attacking on the wrong side. f5 or rook c8 here. Rook c8, rook c1, rook c8, rook c6, rook c1, rook c8. We're just like trading down. f5, take, rook c1, rook e2, or rook g6. My structure is kind of shot after f5. Sure, I really like that, but it's at least active. Okay, this looks too slow, internet chess. I mean, that would be my prognosis. Whoa. Alright, now, unfortunately, I didn't really want to trade queens, but I have an edge there. Now f3, h4 takes. Could get sharp, obviously. Got another knight coming to f4. You guys are in bad time pressure too, not just me. Wow, he took on b5. I didn't really calculate that very much. Maybe we change plans here. We don't exchange bishops after all. What happened? Knight e5. Alright. The knight's going to come into d3. I mean, this guy is ridiculously strong. Queen d5. Maybe queen d5. It's a weird move, but it could be effective. Rook takes. Oh, h3 was played. h5, excuse me. That looks like I've really got a strong attack now. g4. Okay, let's go. What do I do in this ending? Bishop f1. Ultra safe move. I could take his knight, but that's pretty lame. Maybe I sack a pawn here. No, I can't. Rook e5. Rook e5 is interesting. It's lame though. Alright, let's just go. We have some attacking chances now against Aldous, though. Knight c2. Xerox is like the wrong name. Telegraph would be a better name. Yeah, I mean, there's no way I'm not seeing that coming. Alright, wow, c5. I have to take, or what? Or just a6, actually. Whoa, let's just go with a6. But that lets no, I can't. I have to take. Okay, next, h4 was played. Oh my god. Ayesta just turning into a tactical monster. If I take on e4, then play h3. That's interesting, pawn sack. I just totally overlooked this move? No, this is... It's just a blunder, I guess. I mean, Okada's losing. f4. Alright, what's up? g3. a3. Putting my pawns on safe squares. Yeah, this is a problem for white. This is a problem. This is the flop. Rook d8. And now you turned your attention to the other side of the board. Good sir. Not very cool. I thought this was my side. You think every side is your side. d4, oh my god. What am I going to do? Alright, here. And then the knight comes in. Yes, bishop takes, but we have a very strong pawn. I wouldn't mind an exchange of queens here, just to be on the safe side. And now we have queen b4 check. Or we can prepare it. The knight is really, that's really ill. Knight, I better be careful about my move here. He's preparing bishop g2, it looks like. Oh my god, I can't believe it didn't like make me do queen takes, a3 check. g3. Getting out of there. Maneuvering, piece sacrifices, something. Give me something. Bishop c6. There's no time now. d5 breaking out. No. Knight e8, the passive move. He can turn it into like a weird French now. Bishop takes a4 isn't enough for me, basically. Bishop c6, knight g3 defends everything and wastes time. So I need to strike quickly. Queen b5 doesn't do anything. The open file. There's also knight b6. He's threatening knight b6. It's extremely irritating. Maybe we'll just take. Yeah, so it's a king and pawn ending. Can I gain a tempo? Is there really a relevant tempo to gain here, like h5? What's the most relevant tempo to gain? h5, f5. I'd rather gain a tempo with my king, but how do I do that, you know? All right. I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of crazy here. Rook takes f6 is possible at some point. I can take on h4 actually. I mean, okay, there's knight g4. But what is going on around here? Maybe just queen d1. I don't know. Is this a good move? Covering the white squares. Just to be on the safe side. Actually, Am I making this harder for myself somehow? I can actually penetrate with my king. Maybe b3 here. Putting my pawns on the wrong color. Is that a good idea? Could be a good idea. Maybe it's not so bad. It's not the wrong color. I'm just kidding. Alright, bishop f7. Mr. Irun. He's always got play. This ending looks pretty good against Nina. Here I've got a lot of space. I want to lock down the b5 square. Rich is playing on an unusual color complex for this type of line. We get him off the f-file there. Definitely want to trade down. I guess we're just winning here. Nice ending here. And we just go with the space advantage in this one. But I don't know if it's enough. Right? So, can he defend this free key position? Is it better to do f4? f4, f5? Am I wasting too much time there? I'm asking a lot of questions and not giving a lot of answers. Sorry, people. Knight d6. That is his king around there. What happened? b4. Whoa. This game is just totally mutated into something I was not at all expecting. Totally different. I'm not sure what the heck I'm doing anymore. Lost track of that. Right, okay. Now, yeah, I don't know what to do here. Just keep it safe, keep my king safe. Yeah, this should be a winning king and pawn endgame. Now I can pin him for what that's worth, which isn't much. Trade off my weak pawn. That'll probably be a draw. I mean, it probably was a draw anyways. Bring my king back to the center. There's this knight d3 square. I mean, Snowball plays like a very high-rated master. King d7. Bishop d3, I was thinking. Is this a good move? Should be. Now we got rook on the 7th, which isn't that much. How can I target that pawn? Rook down. Yeah. Hopefully this is fast enough to the C file. Okay, now there's that bad threat of, you know, king invasion, obviously. The A pawn's running, which I'm going to need to do something about. Knight d3 doesn't work. So this basically got completely out of control. Completely out of control. It's a total nightmare. I don't know what to do. A couple games are a little out of control. Though rook f5 here is kind of interesting. Is that even a good thing? Knight c4 is good. Yeah. This has got to be a win. Just take and rook b8, rook f8. You're trading. The master trader. You should really like take up the stock market, man. I mean, it's he's an expert in piece trades that are good for him. Pawn takes. Damn. The ambulances are just non-stop in Budapest. In case you haven't heard it, it is the case. Queen b6 now. Yes, bishop b7. 17th ambulance in a row is coming down the street. Not a surprise. I could play e5 now. Maybe it's just in time. Take, take. As long as I can hold the dark squares together. Minority attack. You've all heard of that. This king and pawn endgame was brought to you by King f4. Very irritating situation. I'm a Kitty just freaked out with e5. I mean, I guess they could play knight e8 and then bishop c6, so they didn't freak out. I guess there was nothing they could do. Entry points. This is a very technical position. I don't even think I'm really better. Okay, Troll is trading off my bad bishop, which seems okay by me. And now Rich just played bishop f4. Got kind of a double attack. Knight e5. Finally I can win a pawn for whatever that's worth. But Nina gets some counterplay. Maybe my pawn should take one more step before I start grabbing pawns. And we've got really, really nice white squares against Nefedov, who is in a world of trouble here. Queen b6, check, bishop a6. Everything else coming down on him. Yeah, I mean, king e4 might not be the best move. He's just gonna run out of moves here. I mean, this is seriously got to be Zugzwang. Rook a5. I put myself in an awkward situation here. Speaking of awkward situations, I'm not even sure that's a good move. Maybe it's best to play b6. Against Lord Jesus Christ, the Lord Jesus Christ is coming to get me. I thought I was just better here. I mean, it's kind of weird. There's this like super weak H pawn that I didn't even think twice about. All right. Got f5 now. That looks really strong. So I'm a Kitty trades down into an ending that should be lost for black. Wow, here Xerox surprised me. We've got very good attack there, I would think. Blockade. Bishop a6. This is getting really ugly for white. Alright. Shades of Floor against Fischer. Right. Well, anyway, the game has shifted to the queen side, it looks like, for the time being. Now we take the pawn. Now we take the pawn there, and it should be good. Bit of an awkward situation here. I've got to kick him out. But now I've got more weaknesses to deal with. Should be domination. That minor piece ending should be over. And now we can just pile up. Okay, rook c4 doesn't quite cut it. d5 now? Rook b8, that's possible. d5 is the right color. Starts putting things in the right color, which I like. You know, this is just a tempo game. Even a6 is good. That's what I mean by domination. Bishop d5. Now I need to get my king back. Maybe b4 is interesting. Kind of weakening though. What happened? He took. Right. We're taking back. Don't forget to make recaptures when you're doing a simul. Yeah, this game against Beowulf, I don't think I have the Karpovian technique to win that. Maybe in a long game where I wasn't doing a simul, I wouldn't accept a draw, but I'm not even sure about that. Knight h4 from Ayesta, he's gotten better since he's been playing against me on the stream. He's getting tougher and tougher all the time. I don't really know why I'm having so much trouble making progress here. Knight d6, take. Even d5 is interesting, kind of a crazy move. All my pieces are active. What am I supposed to do, though? I've got no way forward. No way forward. Here we've got a very strong position. Take your pick. Right, and the king just walks in. I mean, this has got to be over. Lord Jesus Christ bugging out now, playing rook g1 next. I don't know about that game. I let it get a little bit too weird. Right, this should be a win. No matter how you slice it. Actually, the king... Okay, get the king in the game. First things first. Yeah, Jeroen has queen e5, which is a very disturbing move. That's why I have to go here first. I'm just kind of hanging on there. Troll in a roll, what's up? Are you falling? Like Tom Petty? Free falling. Free falling on time? Troll? Okay, here we've got... Gotta be winning this. But what's the proper way to do this? I mean, he'll have like endless extra moves there. I've got to go to g5. Okay, knight takes g2 from Ayesta almost seems like an unnecessary concession, but maybe he's right. Maybe the d pawn this way. Wish my bishop was on the other square here against Magnus, but if I take with the d pawn though, there's some problems. He's gonna just pile up. I have to take this way. It's like... Okay guys, what's up? c3's hanging. How much is that worth? Got a triple attack on e2 for whatever that's worth. Maybe I'll get my pieces forked or something. Okay, this is an easy technical win. Looks like rook b7. Aronian would not lose too much sleep on this one. I think maybe I should grab the open file to kind of ensure the win. Is it the best move? I don't know. My rook is behind the passed pawn. Is that bad technique? Perhaps. Okay, there's f6, e6 ideas all over the place here. We've got all four of the pieces in the attack. Watch out for the hanging rook. The old hanging rook trick. a4 is hanging. I mean, that's hard to believe that's going to be enough. And then e5 is coming. But when? Here's the annoying knight f5 move. What a defender. The super annoying, the ultra annoying knight f5 idea. h6. Waiting for you to move. Okay, yes, you're attacking my knight. And now f4. We get the thing on the right color. Uh-oh, am I playing that wrong? Queen h4. Somebody's going to try to checkmate me. The minority attack begins. Okay, king's on a good square there. And now, yes, okay, a5. The blockade. Now I have bishop takes h4. My instinct was that that was winning. Is it not the case? I don't know. I think it was winning. e6. There's also like knight e6 check. Man, that's like massive. This has gotta work. It's just gotta work. Okay. What's next? Black is threatening e6 now. So f5. e6, take, knight f4. Maybe I can play b4, weakening myself further. He's got like an answer to everything. Do I have to play this? That's gross. I hate that move. Magnus with the knight g4. It feels like he should have gone to d7, but then I'll just go b4. He's threatening, well, I guess I can play rook e1 here. It's kind of a weird move, though. Queen d3, maybe? Then bishop g6 is coming. Whoa, look out. Bishop g6 is coming. Alright, that's okay. We can probably meet that with something. Now everything's in order here for the most part, but how do I break through? How do I break through here? Rook e7 over protecting. Okay. Pawn takes pawn. I knew there would be like a fork or something. But I have knight e2 check. It's actually kind of devastating. Ayesta, do we have nothing against you? I have nothing against him. Queen h5. Rook on the 7th, for what that's worth. h6, bishop f4. Alright, time is money, right? You just walk in there to like d2. Yeah. Right, my a-pawn's hanging. I don't really want to lose that. I thought this would be an easy win. I hope I'm right. What's up now? Rook e6, a4. He's trying to prepare some kind of weird attack on my king. Speaking of weird attacks on my king. Another not so surprising move. Defending and threatening rook d5. Man, this is a fail. An epic fail by me. What am I supposed to do? Got nothing. I've got nothing. I put the queen on the wrong square for sure. Big time. Big time wrong square there. Bishop takes c2. And what now? Bishop h3. What are we doing next? It's actually hard for him to improve his position. Yeah. There's the bishop g6, the not so subtle move. Oh, he's got bishop h5. Look out. Now d3. Queen check. What is up? Queen check, king f7 maybe. Alright, Jeroen traded queens. Whew. I was a little worried there if he doesn't trade queens what I'm going to do, honestly. Speaking of trading queens, this could be a little complex. Okay, let's just keep it simple. I'm not going to avoid that exchange. What are we doing here? Do we have any tactics? Rook b8. Knight d3 with attacking chances. Yeah. Yes, that is not that subtle. Not that subtle, man. All right. Rook h6. h3. h3 g4. I don't like that. That's not good. Though it's maybe not that bad. Okay, queen d4 was just played. That was not part of the deal. Just so you know. Not part of the deal, my friend. Bishop f6 threatens nothing. My stuff is hanging. You're attacking my rook. I have no mate. There's queen g4 going all in. It looks pretty good. It's probably at least a draw. Queen g4. I guess I messed that up, huh? It's safe to assume I did mess that one up. So Aldisto wanted to play rook h8 here. Maybe I should play like g6. What's going on? Is this a stupid move or a good move? Well, what happened? Knight h4 now. h4, knight f3. Knight d6. Is anyone else in time pressure? Whoa, almost ignored it. The cheapo bullet move. Okay, rook there. Speaking of cheapo bullet moves. Jeroen kind of panicked there trying to trade queens. Speaking of panic, we're using speaking of now. Every other second. There's bishop h3. I'm not real happy about that possibility. Bishop takes. Oh, this is crazy. Take h4. Bishop h3. Take h4. He's got this defense, man. I have knight d7, but I didn't have it till now. Now I have knight d7. It just loses everything to bishop h3. Gotta be kidding me. How could I lose this game? Oh man. All of my pieces are hanging and I have no mates. Gotta be kidding. Wow. Bishop takes h4. Bishop f6 is a weird move. Just does nothing, huh? The move that does nothing. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Take h4. He only has this miracle. Queen g1 is the only reason. He's even alive there. f2. Queen takes. Knight f3 check. Gotta be kidding me. That is so sick that I'm losing. Just when I thought I had at least a draw, I'm like losing. I don't know. Okay, the ultra subtle attack there. So we won a piece against Rich, I guess. That should be fatal. And Xerox is hanging on. We again almost have wins. Almost doesn't count. This is a win. Yep. So I hope he didn't listen to what I was saying about that position, but it looks like pretty straightforward. Here, this move. Principle of two weaknesses. I'm not going to be able to win like directly. What happened? Rook g2. Threatening what? Okay, h4. I know about that. Hopefully I can defend myself. But the word is hopefully. Negro Modelo. You know, Jeroen, you have this move. But it's still okay for me, right? Please don't let me overlook something. Please don't let me make a mistake. We're just up a piece here. Piece here. Up a piece here. Bishop f5. Right. Rook d5. We're not too surprised to see that, to be honest with you. Right. We managed to do pretty good on the clock, not getting into ridiculous time pressure. Not a lot of quick wins, though. e5, I've been trying to get it in forever here. Troll and Arola hanging on, man. Really to the bitter end. I'm not winning this. I'm better, but it's not over by any stretch at all. He's got counterplay now with, like, this crazy stuff. He's got counterplay with knight d3 coming in. That's really annoying, dude. You gotta stay away from me. You're not allowed to do that. Seriously. Okay? And meanwhile, Xerox is hanging on too. Not even sure if I'm really better here. I can pull the plug on the b3 pawn. The plug. And that's it for I'm a Kitty. King f7 or bishop c6. I guess bishop c6. Is this even good? Is this just stupid? Probably just stupid, huh? How am I going to get rid of that? King f7? Gotta watch for forks and other fun stuff in this game. We're just up a pawn. That's cool. And Aldisto. Trying to play h6 in case you didn't guess it. I managed to temporarily stop him from playing c4, but that put my queen on a ridiculous square. Troll and Arola has defended this pretty brilliantly, I think. Now what do I do? He's going to play c4. How do I stop him from playing c4? It's not easy to do so. Queen e2. But it's double-edged. Knight b5 doesn't stop him. This is a really strange position. Maybe I should play f5 and just seal him off on the king side. I don't know. So queen f2 played directly. What just happened? Oh, you have that simply. Is that even better? Maybe that's even better than the other move. Running out of time. I'm probably losing that game. Sad but true. Meanwhile here, I should be okay. What happened now? Rook f7. The strangest position ever. Get out of my house. Okay, it's an ending. Looks like I Am Determined just like blundered. Some anticlimactic. Another ambulance. Alright. Yeah, he's got this just in time. Should b4 do anything? It actually looks like Xerox is okay here. Bishop b4, knight takes d6, bishop takes d2, knight e7 check, king f8. What's going on there? I have a better ending? That's sort of crazy. What does bishop b4 even do? It doesn't even do anything. Just like has no purpose. So troll in a roll firmly connecting with the d3 square. That's alright. You know, maybe it's like the faster I just get used to the fact that a knight's coming there, you know, it's just acceptance. You know, it's the first step in the program is acceptance. We could sack the exchange for sure, but let's just go with our own program. Yeah, I saw this. Fortunately, I have rook h5 there against Negro Mudra. Otherwise, I was toast immediately. Now, okay. What is up here? The d4 pawn is hanging. The dude did rook. He did knight takes e3, just totally freaking out. Lord Jesus Christ is going for counterplay on the other side with his active king. The active king, part 2. But we should be, I feel like we should be okay somehow. I can take it. Why don't I just take it? Right? Oh, wait a second. The automatic recapture. Queen takes b3 check, or knight takes b3. He would have a nasty series of possibilities there. Queen takes check. More interesting than the other option. Now we're getting kind of low on time. All right, enough of the nonsense. He's going after my other pawns. That's okay. Yes. So I understand now. I get it. I have to go here. Time. Time is money. Richie has like he has a capture every move basically for the rest of my life. Right? I had a better move there? Maybe not. Yeah, I did see that troll. I'm aware of that. Okay, I'm a Kitty is gonna lose. Rich is gonna lose. This is still up in the air. He took on d4, which I totally didn't count on. It's kind of weird. Actually, Aldisto's kind of sacking a pawn there, it seems like. Now we have two minor pieces, which are really sweet. Sweet sweep. Let's get that bad bishop back into business. Bishop business. After the pawn chain. Yes, gotta take that. Okay, what's going on here? Now, should I take that pawn? You're out of business. But he's still got some answer here. He's always got some weird move. No matter what I do, he has some bizarre resource. Or not. Yeah, it's really pissing me off. Okay, rook e4. What is the deal with this? It's starting to make me angry. This position. We are up a rook here. No, a bishop. Sorry, rook, bishop. He didn't go for the material. He's trying to confuse me. Okay. E5. It's not a good move, probably. Just start making random moves when in doubt. Getting active with the king. All right. What happened? Bishop d6. Not really what I expected there. Okay. Yeah, this is only stalemate tricks now. Our king is in. Should be an easy win. Is there any trick, or am I just like wasting my time here? Feels like wasting my time. Pretty sure. There's knight g3 check takes, king takes. Looks like a waste of time. If it looks like a waste of time and it feels like a waste of time, probably is a waste of time, as you can all figure out. Not really sure what went on here against Macros. I mean, 1 minute I thought I was just totally winning. The next minute I'm getting crushed. It wasn't that easy, actually. I thought this was a dead draw and I miscalced. I guess I'll just resign. I mean, what's the point here? I don't see the point. I'll play one more move there. My rook is on a ridiculous square in this game. On d4. Wow, Negro Modelo is like gonna beat me with rook d5. He doesn't just recapture, he has rook d5. Whoa. But I have g3. Okay. So we stay alive. Can we stay alive here? Maybe. Bishop takes d5 doesn't work because of the perverse answer. So I can exchange rooks and then play rook e8. That's like the only way to make progress. Craziness. All right. Yeah, this is over. Right, he's trying to get frisky with his king now. Stay away from me. Knight e6. King g3. That's kind of a strange move. Seriously, it's a little strange. Okay, that's even weirder. Okay, f6, I didn't see that coming. Good. Now, next for my plan, knight g6, f4, h4, perhaps h4. Right, now rook e8, which is like a miracle I even have that move. And Soltigo shall never lose on time. The Magnus Carlsen Dutch. Always with maximum complications. Okay, there's a big knight on d4. I don't like that. But he's got to go. Well, what happened now? Where is my attack, troll? And why do you have so much counterplay? I should just start grabbing material discriminately. Probably not a very good move. I'm a kid, he did not use enough time. Objectively. Do I have f6? No, that's not a good idea. What do I do now? Like, am I in Zugzwang or something with equal material and an ending? and a safer king, or what is the deal with this? It's a little strange. My god, I'm about to drop a piece? What the heck? Seriously? I guess I'm gonna lose that. Here, I should barely be able to hold on, it looks like. What happened? What is white threatening now? King d2. Rook h8. Maybe Lord Jesus Christ got carried away. I'm a kid, he definitely needs to use more time next time. What happened? Okay, you're taking that, I'm taking this. And then my king is coming in. I mean, just bishop c5, actually. This I could have played before. Yeah, snowball offers me a draw. This is fine. I don't think I'm really even better there. I think I might be in trouble against Troll now. Might be an understatement. I made this stupid greedy move. Alright, I'm a kitty, should probably give this one up. Only time. It's only a question of time. Knight back to there. Everything's blockaded for the time being. Do I have any knockout blow? Okay, yes. d4. This was expected. I am not surprised. We have some problems here. At least my bishop can enter the game. Whatever that's worth. I don't know what Kitty's doing. Right, I have to take now. Pray I can hold on. The troll has got me on the ropes here. I underestimated him. I'm in trouble now. A lot of trouble, actually. I just thought the time would... What happened? King f7. Nina f made a strange move. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, so we have a couple moves. I have rook c5 or queen. Yeah, rook c5. Maybe we're not. Maybe we're winning there. Queen d2. Queen b6. Is the file important? Yes, probably. Just pin it and win it. Pin it and win it. You ruined. I can't accept a draw. Can I? I forgot. I thought you were up a pawn, dude. I thought I was up a pawn. Oh my god. I'm just getting my pawn back. Alright. I can't accept a draw. I can accept a draw, I guess. Now, I just realized I'm... thought I was like going a pawn up against Jeroen. That's so sad. Here I am like playing for a win. For no reason. The knight's heading for a nice square on d5 there. Is Ayesta okay? Or do I have some threat? I have like one legal move that doesn't lose the game immediately. But Troll has me in serious danger here. Totally screwed this up. Maybe there's still hope. He is in time pressure as always. Yeah, unfortunately this move. It's almost like playing with your food. Have to trade queens now. f6. Happy, happy. Do I have nothing here? Threatening his pawns in some way. Well, I mean, h6 is probably not that bad. Alright, what is the deal with this? It's just, he doesn't stop ever. I'm a kitty. I don't understand not resigning there, man. Alright, rook takes rook. Oh, this is hopeless. There's that too. Pretty hopeless. Yeah, I should just resign that. I have about the same chances as kitty, more or less. Okay, stay at bay. Keep the king at bay. We're winning here against Aldisto. I think we're winning here too against Lord Jesus Christ. Maybe I should take on c3, but it seems like it kind of helps them. That king is kind of funky on c3. What is going on around here? Complications. Troll. Trading queens. Never heard of anyone. Not what I wanted to see here. A potential queen trade. I'm probably dead there. I almost didn't play mate in one. It's really pathetic. Ayesta just has an answer for everything. Queen f5. There's an answer for everything. I'm up a pawn here. King on c3. It's pretty cool. I can kick the rook out somehow. No. Just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Queen e2. Yeah, that walks right into that. Now what? g5. I'm just totally losing against Troll. Troll hasn't beat me in a long time. The endgame from hell. What do I do now? Pawn takes pawn, king h7. Try to pray. Oh, there's no exchange of rooks. Alright, what's next? b4? No. Just go with the pawn. It's not enough, is it? Why don't I just batten down the hatches here? f6. This is hopeless. I don't really know why I'm playing this game anymore. Queen endings. Got a couple of queen endings. d5. The only hope. God, this looks hard to stop. And now, one must find an active move here. Maybe e5 even. 800 million checks. Probably a blunder. Speaking of blunders, this was probably a blunder too. This is the point where I started making a lot of blunders. Knight d5, b4. Fixing my pawns on the correct color. Troll. You're hurting me, man. This hurts. Bishop takes g4. And the a-pawn queens. Can I sack my queen here? Take, take, take. Well, the problem is I need like another rook or something, objectively, which is not in the game at the moment. I thought I just hung a rook here. I have knight h5, rook takes g2, king takes g2. I have to play this first. What happened now? Queen takes d5. f2, the only hope. There's got to be something for me here. Come on. Queen b3 check. No. No. I'm just gonna melt down, lose everything. Queen b1 maybe. He's got guarding, you know, he's got ways to guard against every conceivable check with that insane knight on c2. He'll like win this position. How about a new way? Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I need another way to attack him. Whoa. Okay, this was strange. This was a strange sequence here. But I have d4. Okay, next. Rook f1 was played, like intending to sack a piece or something. Right? Only move. And now we're still unable to do what I wanted to do. It's very irritating. Okay. He's got an answer for everything. Damn. b5, c5, b5. b5 queen, queen there. This is crazy. Rook f1. Hey, that's a good move. Alright. Just about ready to give up here. Play a couple more moves. Am I even better in this position? If queen takes f7, of course. Wow, we're getting a little bit low on time. Troll on a roll kind of freaked out with his last move a little bit. g6 check, take, take. Doesn't matter though, that passed pawn is just winning for him. I mean, I can't fight against the passed pawn, it's just game over. That's hopeless. White didn't use their time properly. This move, I have to admit, I did not see. King h8. He's got answers for that too. What an endgame player. d3. I'm gonna get mated. King h8. Check. Right. It's just no answer. I'm just losing this. Amazing endgame by Xerox. He's also got like 10 minutes left, which is pretty insane. Not only to beat me with a brilliant endgame, but to do it with 10 minutes left. It's pretty impressive. Alright, this is looking hopeless. Oh, that's a check. No, this is hopeless too, but I'm not surprised by this game. I knew I would lose that. Alright. Knight d4. Knight c3, knight a3. This is hopeless. The precision. I just resign. Ayesta is too strong there. I guess I should... Come on, dude. Why do we have to play these ridiculous moves like c5? I mean, we can give it up now. I have this move, knight h5. Rook b2 was played. That's a strange move. Yeah, another winning move. Here we are lost. Troll with a nice win. Deserved victory for the troll. This is really not necessary to play that out. Do I have any hope there? What happened now? Okay, Negro Modelo is in really bad time pressure. He's taking a pawn on a4. So what happens now? He kind of tricks anyone. Not really. I'm just gonna give this up. Good game, troll. Nice job. Nice job, troll. Very good. So we lost a number of games, which is not surprising. Usually my typical meltdown in time pressure. I'm gonna lose to probably a few others here before we finish. Namely this one. So there's some kind of miracle. Rook takes, pawn takes, b4. That could be weird. Could be just weird enough to save me. Is there some way I can do this with like g4, g5? I mean, I could even lose the king and pawn ending. That's sort of disturbing. I better not take a chance on it. Soltigo just found this move, bishop e4, and offered me a draw. Why would you offer me a draw here? Dude, why would you offer me a draw? Like, I don't understand. I'm not going to accept a draw, dude. And like, you're offering me a draw in a totally winning position. Why would you do that? That's so weird. Okay, b4. I'm not going to accept a draw in a losing position, dude. Why would you do that? Like a pity draw or something? It's like kind of strange. Alright, this is getting kind of crazy now. Maybe I have some hope. Maybe I should have played king e6 there, I'm not sure. Right. So the draw for was relevant because of what, dude? I'm not understanding that at all. Anyway. Pretty weird. So Aldisto's gonna save this. It's like you guys never lose like these bad positions. The defense is unbelievable. This game too. I'm probably gonna lose this. I'm just drifting like mentally after a while. Let's see now. There's another check. Okay. I'm losing my mind. D3? I don't know. I'm confused. Xerox has 11 minutes left. We thought it was a draw by repetition. That was like the first time we ever got to that position. Okay. Wow. King F3. Look at that. What a miraculous move. Can I do anything? Now there's another trick. Okay. What am I experiencing here? Every game is like impossible to win. Even if they have like 30 seconds left. Wow, what a beautiful win. He's just in time. If the pawn was on A4, I could take on E4. Nice. And 9 minutes left. Nice job. Yeah, I'd be surprised if I hold this. Maybe I can play, what, King F5? That's suicide. But there may be some move. King E4. Threatening queen takes F6. Would be the first study-like save I would make against Xerox. I have this check and take, okay. So maybe we can win this yet. 4 losses, 13 wins, 4 draws, 4 ongoing. But the trend seems very, very bad. Like, I'm losing and losing and losing and losing. And always from good positions. I play worse as I get tired, yeah. That's definitely true. So you just hang in there. Maybe the best is just not to move for like the first hour or so. Just sit there and let your clock run. And eventually you can beat me on time. That's a strategy many have employed. Just don't move until like move 30 or something. Lord Jesus Christ made a very strange blunder. Totally uncharacteristic of him. There must be some sort of trap or something. Okay, it's got to be late where he's at, you know? That's another thing. I mean, Lord Jesus Christ is supposed to be in China. Actually, Troll, you're supposed to be tired, dude. You're like in Russia. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning there. How are you playing so well? What's your secret? He's not normally playing. Troll on a roll. How do you play so well so late at night? The Dutch. No, I mean, Soltigo's position was horrifying. It was horrible for black. I think I was just winning. I have the best score against the Dutch of any opening in chess, probably. If you look in chess base, it's the opening I have the best score against, statistically, of anything. The best is the Dutch, and the worst is the C3 Sicilian. But when we get down to like 3 boards now, I can concentrate and maybe grind these perfect defenders down. Actually, I think knight d4 is worth considering here. I really love having to play rook h7. Let's see how well they can defend when there's like only 3 boards left. Oh, f7 happened. I have a bad feeling about this. Like there's no perpetual or something. Queen d4. Queen f2. Maybe I just queen. Double queen. And I win. Maybe I queen first. Another strange blunder from Lord Jesus Christ. Instead of playing king e2, he played king c1, letting me take here. Maybe it's not. It looks bad, though. Difficult to understand that move. And now knight e3, continuing to menace me. Alright, we're going to go back to the 7th here. And now check and then c7. And I'll have one last try at a perpetual. It shouldn't be a perpetual. But my performance at the end of this has been horrifying. So if I go d2, well, he could just like take it. I mean, I don't think I can win. I'm actually lucky if I can draw. I thought I was just totally lost. King a1 now. So what is he threatening exactly? Nothing in particular. Knight d4. But what if I play queen c2 check? It's still, I'm not going to be able to mate him before he kills me. It's like a ridiculous fantasy. I mean, I'm lucky that I'm even drawing this. Maybe queen c2 check is a better way to draw. Queen c2 check, king a1. Yeah. Queen c2 check, king a1, queen c3 check, king a2. So what happened? King e5. That doesn't really help. Now queen a4 from Lord Jesus Christ, getting mated, or some such. It was a strange meltdown. Lord Jesus Christ, like he was me or something. It looks like another epic draw against Xerox. I'd be surprised if I wasn't lost there. I mean, it's possible I wasn't lost at some point, but I've been getting melted down pretty much everywhere. He was much better in the ending. I lost my Simul. Where is it? Alright, let's go back to the Simul. This happens sometimes. One playing. I thought there were two. I guess Lord Jesus Christ resigned. Where is the one game ongoing? Where is ongoing game? Why don't I see you, ongoing game? There it is. So Aldisto, it's all you. I'm angry. 15 wins, 5 draws, 4 losses. I mean, probably like 3 people withdrew without finishing the game. I don't remember winning that many games. But I'm getting pretty mad now. I lost the troll for the first time in a long time. That was really sick. I mean, he was spatially crushed out of the opening, and I don't even know what happened. Next thing I know, I'm like resigning. Rook g1 just played now. The killer knights, passed pawn. But the missing component is the active king I need here. If I could just figure out a way to do this. Secure the rest of my stuff. Alright. So we should finish up with an even 15 wins, 5 draws. No, I'm just kidding. 16 wins, and even 16 wins, 5 draws, 4 losses. Aldisto with the birds opening. It is not my Achilles heel, Soltigo. You just created like the most closed position physically possible, which is very hard to navigate, you know, when you're playing a Simul against 25 boards. It's a good practical strategy for you to do that, but objectively, now I'm going to create 2 connected passed pawns, which should win. Even with his king coming into play. I'm actually only up a pawn here. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6 against 5, but Maybe he has some way to some chances to resist. This is like king b2, only move, f5. We just go. Just go. 3 connected passed pawns. It's up to you, 3 or 2. How do you like your passed pawns? Actually, c3 is not even possible. That's pretty disappointing for white. I was thinking he could do that. Knight takes d3 is just game over. So he's sort of paralyzed. He'll have to bring the king back like this way. Anyway, guys, thanks for the games. We're going to be back tomorrow with Blitz and Classical Chess at 10 a.m. CEST. Keyboard is not working properly. I only lost twice. What? The troll on a roll says a5 knight a4 gave me plus 1.3 for white. My a5 knight a4 gave plus 1.3 for white against troll on a roll. Troll, yeah, it was pretty ugly, but I don't know what happened. 1 minute I was good, and the next minute you're like killing me. I don't even understand how that transpired. Those passed pawns, they're actually a little bit hard to get moving, but once they get moving, the knights, I'll just move them forward. No square, e3, but that takes away your king's best square. It's kind of a problem. He needs that square for his king. It can't be everywhere like the American Express card. I mean, yeah, it's sort of ridiculous. He can't have a king there and a knight there, and then the pawns just roll. His knight doesn't have anywhere to go. Knight f1 now, actually. Shit. Oh, man. Alright, it's gonna take a while, but I mean, this has to be a win for me. He should have played knight f1. I mean, is there some defense to that? No, he should have played knight f1. He had to play knight f1. I mean, it was the only move. Stopping g3 and temporarily putting up some resistance, but his position is busto. I mean, too many pawns on the wrong color and stuff like that. g5. Oh no. He'll have to like sack a piece or something. He can sack a piece for like 2 pawns. This is only try. Shouldn't really be enough, but what else is he gonna do? Now he's got the advantage of playing heads up. It says bishop takes b3 is very bad. Bishop takes b3, troll. I don't remember that. My game against Soltigo was very disappointing. So what do we want to do this? How do we want to do this? Not so easy. There's got to be a way to win. There's really nothing better than to go back here and reset. But he's pretty much paralyzed. I mean, one would imagine being paralyzed to c2 and me having a passed pawn over here has to be decisive. So I just walk over my king to like h5 and put him in zugzwang. If this was like a knight ending, I have an extra knight. It's basically a knight ending where one of my pawns is a knight. Gaining time pretty quickly. 40 seconds a move. Would you say what? Future Chess GM, what would you say is a good blitz rating on lichess? Well, I mean good. It's good to be 2200. It's better to be 2300. What could I say? Um, no, I think like if you're like 2400, you're pretty good. I would think if you're 2600, you're very good. That's just my personal opinion. You know, I might be able to be higher. I'm like around 2500. If I was really driven, you know, to have a high blitz rating. Okay, Aldista resigned here. I think the resignation is a little early, but it is 9:30, so it's probably a winning position. I think he could play it out. I wouldn't be insulted if he would continue this. Aldisto, there are like practical chances to draw. It's objectively probably winning for me. But I understand. I mean, it's probably lost. You know, it's not. It's a decent resignation. It's a little premature, but I think I can understand. He's a master strength player, so. So we lost. We lost to, let's see, Soltigo on that crushing queen sacrifice. I lost to Ayesta, who played a really good game. It was pretty much fair all the way through. He deserved it. Who else? See, I got a few games where people resigned too early, like against Outflanked. Let's see, I lost... is that it? Nefedov was just worse. Let's see. Where's the other game? Okay, Troll and Roll got kind of lucky, but he played, you know, he hung in there in a difficult position, and I melted down in time pressure. Who else did I lose to? I don't understand. I lost 4 games. Troll and a Roll. You ruined tough game as always. Let's see. Troll and a Roll. Ayeste, Soltigo, and who's the 4th? Who is the 4th? What am I missing something obvious? I'm forgetting like an obvious lost. An obvious lost. Who was the other loss? And why did Alper Nurger like resign? Oh, I lost the Macros. Okay. The Macros game kind of pissed me off because I was much better. And I went crazy with Queen G4 and like lost in one move. That made me angry. I was really disappointed about that. I mean, I wasn't worse here. He even blundered, like, it was ironic, like he blundered bishop takes h4. And then I like blundered the next move to lose the game with like Queen G2. So I lost 4. But I felt like Ayesta was the one who really deserved to beat me strategically, and the rest were like kind of time pressure related. Xerox was a good fight. There were obviously mistakes by both sides in a lot of games. Ayesta the cleanest win. This game against Outflank, the guy just resigned prematurely. Most of the other games are interesting. So, this game I don't understand. Alper and Nigger, why did this guy resign? Like, I was just starting to not like my position, basically, when he resigned. Against Nigger Modelo, weren't you losing after you played G3? After you played G3? I wasn't aware of it, but it's possible. I was not aware I was losing. Yeah, so this guy resigned in that position where I wasn't sure what was going on. I mean, I thought he'd just play... Yeah, he can just play like bishop c6. And it's not at all clear what's happening here. I mean, okay, I'm better, I guess, but I was totally shocked he apparently resigned there. I mean, that's so premature. White has some advantage, but he's found a tricky way of kind of defending his position. Against Negro Modella, I was losing. Okay, it's entirely possible. Wow, if you looked at it, I believe you. I let that get a little bit out of control. No. Apparently I wasn't losing when I played G3. I didn't think I was losing. Queen H3. I have Queen takes E4. See, that's the whole point. That's the other point. It comes back dragon style and defends on G2. So, no, I wasn't losing. He had a draw, I guess. It was like equal. but I was never losing. That's the key point. Dragon Queen defending. Yeah, close one. So anyway, guys, it was fun. I think I asked it with the best win, though. Not to take anything away from Troll in a Roll, but the ugly opening kind of takes away from the victory there. And Soltigo as well. You know, you guys hung tough, but I didn't really like your positions. I got kind of like confused. So one really nice victory, a couple other wins, and a bunch of draws. And I think the final score is let's see, 16 wins, 5 draws, 4 losses, 1 or 2 kind of like unfinished games in there, counting as wins. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Thanks for subscribing and for watching. Also, check out my YouTube channel, where I do upload all the streams. Video chess training on YouTube. Macros, congratulations. Yeah, we realized you were the 4th win. I had forgotten about that, but yeah, it was also like the other 2. I mean, I was better, but you guys hung tough, and I just, you know, blundered really bad against you. I totally forgot about King H2, but it's hard when the game just totally turns around. Like it's hard when you go from winning to losing in one move. I thought I was better, and I just was like lost in one move. Anyway, congratulations to Macros. Let's see, to who else won? I'm getting tired. To Macros, yeah, Soltigo, and Troll in a Roll. All you guys are regulars or subscribers, and the other win was so many games. My mind is blown. Ayesta, also a regular here. The game against Ayesta, I mean, he pretty much took it down. Like, he was equal, and then when I played, apparently when I played c5, I'm okay. And the minute I play like rook e1 and break, he goes h4. He's getting more dynamic. Like, Ayeste was solid before. Now he's like becoming like this more dynamic player. It's almost like he's changed styles since the beginning of the stream, which is good, because I thought he was pretty like too solid before. But this was a really nice game by him, so I thought very sound, strategic, and it was never like a question. He went from slightly better to clearly better to winning. It was a nice systematic win by Ayeste, not giving me any chances. Anyway, guys, 4 wins. Congratulations. I'm definitely loopy. Okay, it's been a long night. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and thanks for watching. Thanks to Jeroen. Good game. I will see you in the morning, maybe. Okay, Soltigo, congratulations. Aldisto, tough game. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. Bye-bye.